Yo everybody, this is a new project I'm working on. This is Candy with the double input R-press soldering joint. That's the only place that I could find to put the wire, and sticky tape. There we go, very professional here. So I'm sorry for the echo. The plan is easy. What we do is we'll just burn this with the soldering iron, this right here, fantastic. And then hopefully we'll have a fully 100% frame perfect test of lag on two separate inputs. That's what I'm making this for. It will have many uses later on. I don't know what they could be, but we'll see. We're going to see if it works first, and hopefully, fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Okay, I've got everything wired up. I've got 2 copies of PAL Melee in the background here. What we should see is, if I hold this like this and try not to burn myself on the soldering iron, so when I press this, okay, so here is the NTSC lag test. I'm sorry about the setup on the right, it cannot do NTSC signals in colour, but there we go. And this is Project M. Okay, I'm attempting to record with this camera, which should be 50 frames a second. So there we go. Okay, so we're here on my laptop. This is the video I took earlier of the 2 setups, and I'm going to use Frame Advance. Now, I think I'm like 1 frame before the grab comes out. So when I use Frame Advance, you'll see that I've just gone forwards 1 frame. The grabs actually come out on both of the setups at the same time. This is a 30 frames a second video though, which means that both of these setups are within 2 frames of each other. That was just 1 frame. I can go back and try and just go back a little bit. There we go. So that Frame Advance again, I can show you which frame is it. There we go, and that's the frame. So both these setups are, well, the CRT and the LCD are within 2 frames of each other. So this is the 30 FPS test with NTSC signal. As you can see, the CRT on the right is black and white, showing CRT. I'm just going to Frame Advance basically until I see the right fox. Do the grab animation again. Don't want to advance frames too fast in case I miss it. Oh, there we go. And that's pretty much happened on the same frame in the 30 frames a second video. Yeah, it's like the same points of the animation as well. Okay, this is the Frame Advance I'm doing on the PAL Melee video. So this has an interlaced signal. It'd be interesting to see how this affects the lag on the screen on the left. Okay, so I'm just going to Frame Advance again until the fox on the right starts his grab animation. Okay, so that has started. I don't know if you can see. It's slightly different, and it looks like the fox on the left has also started his grab animation at exactly the same time. These are the same frames. So this is 30 frames a second video, which means that the lag here, even interlaced, is within 2 frames of what it should be, which is really, really good. Okay, this is PM on the 50 frames a second camera. Oh, there we go. I just screwed it up. So, right, it's when it's like there. Okay. Because it does this. Frames a second. Okay, so just keep frame advancing until we see the right fox start the grab animation. Right, yep, that's on the same frame as well. Okay, alright, fair enough. So, like, okay, so the next grab is like... So there we go. Alright, okay. Stupid bloody... Come on. Frames a second. Alright. Alright, okay, so that's the first grab. I'm going to keep frame advancing again. Until the fox on the right does a grab. Yep, it was the same frame again on 50 frames a second. It's not quite 60 frames a second. Shows it's within a couple of frames of each other. It's literally like... I screwed it up. Okay, alright. Well, there you go. That is proof that my BenQ setup is at least as lagless as the CRT on the right in Project M. Okay, so in conclusion, the Control CRT seems to be either the CRT I used for Control isn't lagless, or my setup is, if not lagless, very near to lagless. It's very, very, very near to being lagless. So I guess at some point I'll do more tests with a different CRT, and we'll see what the results are. But so far it looks like the flat screen is still good to keep bringing to events. So there we go. Alright, Candy out. Okay, this is just a quick segment on exactly what I did with the controllers. So, as you can see in the top left hand corner, right here, I soldered onto these two. I bet this looks alright. Will you focus? Are you going to focus for me? Go on, buddy. Don't focus on that. Focus on this. Is it going to... Oh, it looks like that's the limit. Alright, I'll leave it here. So, I soldered it onto these two pins. I bet this is... Yeah, this is totally touching the other pin. Gross. Get off. Get off, you big slut. Come on. There we go. So I soldered it onto these two pins. The wires that I used. There we go. And so when I press the Z trigger of one of the controllers, is it going to let me do it? There we go. Like so. It presses it for both controllers. This only works when both controllers are plugged into a console, so that they both have a ground. Otherwise the connection shorts and it thinks that Z is pressed forever. So there you go. If you wanted to do this yourself, I might do a full comprehensive guide later on how exactly to lag test your setups against a CRT, but there you go. I just wanted to quickly say, before I stop this video, that I think this is very much about what Melee is, fundamentally. It's constant tinkering, trying to make things better. Testing, seeing the results, testing some more, and just trying to improve yourself. And that's very much for me the spirit of Smash in general. And yeah, I just wanted to get that out there before I ended the video. And so, being on the bleeding edge, sometimes mistakes can be made, and sometimes you can make choices that in the end turn out to be the wrong choice. But how will you know if you've never tried it? Like, I'm sure there are a ton of things you can think of right now that you've tried and haven't worked, and it may feel like wasted time, but otherwise, what would have taught you that that was a bad option? You know? That's, yeah, that's just how I feel about it.